Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. قال رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Inshallah we'll continue Surah Al-An'am and we will finish from Ayah 130 to 145. We finished to a point where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sort of advised and informed that most of the humanity is not on the right path. So Allah is cautioning the Muslims that you should have your belief and your ethics and your actions and your way of living according to the Sunnah of Mahmood Rasulullah, because the masses are the one who, because of shaitan, because of their laziness, because they have not firm conviction, iman or aqidah about akhirah, they just sort of ride the wave. So in that aspect, look at how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so much Ghafurur Rahim that He has come down to a point to explain everything about the belief that the kuffar has propagated about the animals, that they are among them, the edible animals. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala negate all those false belief and especially cautioned and make sure that Muslims should have the right belief. These animals are created for us, for the purpose of transportation and for the purpose of consuming the halal animals which Allah had made halal. And the most important thing that in this section from now on we'll discuss is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has only authority who can make halal and haram. No one else has this authority. This is the most important message that Allah is giving in this part of the surah. Ya ma'ashar al-jinni wal-insi alam yatikum rasulun minkum yaqussuna alaykum ayati wa yunzirunakum liqa yawmikum hadha qalu shahidna ala anfusina wa gharrathumul hayati dunya wa shahidu ala anfusihim annahum kanu kafirin. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that on the day of judgment, this is sort of a portrait of the day of judgment, that when all the humanity and the jinn will be assembled and gathered, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will going to ask them, didn't the messengers come to you and they have explained my orders to you, and they also are the mubashirina wa munzirin, they give you glad tidings about following them and also warning them with this day. Then all of them, all the people who have not confessed Islam and the jinns who were on the misguided path, they will accept that yes, they are the wrongdoers, and they will accept also that the life of the dunya had just sort of, they were just completely dissolved in the life of dunya. They were in a way that they completely forgot that they have to be resurrected and answer this day. And once they accept their sins, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they also say in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that yes, we are the one who transgress. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also saying in later on in the next ayah, ذَلِكَ أَنْ لَمْ يَكُنْ رَبُّكَ مُهْلِكَ الْقُرَى بِظُلْمٍ وَأَهْلُهَا غَافِلُونَ وَلِكُلٍّ دَرَجَاتٍ مِمَّا عَمِلُوا وَمَا رَبُّكَ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا يَعْمَلُونَ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sunnah is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not destroy any village or city unless and until Allah send them a messenger. And the messenger warned them, and messenger make sure that they are aware of it, of the reality which they are in. They should be aware of it, that they are in a test in this dunya. And once messenger has come, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destroyed multiple villages and cities that has been mentioned in Qur'an. And Allah also says that everyone has his station because of his actions that he has done or she has done in this world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything what anyone is doing. And again, this is the attribute of only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one has this quality or attribute that he know everything about everyone. Because Allah is the creator of all the makhluk. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what they have done, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best judge. And Allah says, وَرَبُّ الْغَنِيُّ وَذُو رَحْمَةٍ أَن يَشَاءَ يُظْهِرْكُمْ وَيَسْتَخْلِفْ مِن بَعْدِكُم مَّا يَشَاءُ كَمَا أَنشَأَكُم مِّن ذُرِّيَّةِ قَوْمٍ آخَرِينَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need anyone. to be, submitted to him, or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a hadith in which Rasulullah has said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so ghani that even all the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided that they will disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah does not care about it. And if all the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala become completely obedient, then they cannot change anything in Allah's majesty. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is full of blessing, and Allah has all the power that if Allah wants to replace you, then He can replace you and bring new generation. And He has done that before, as you already know of. And then this is the warning. Allah is saying, Ma yasha kama anshakum min zurriyatin qawman akharin inna ma tu'adun al-aat wa ma antum bimu'jizin. That whatever Allah is promising you, it will definitely come to you and you cannot escape from it. And that means the Qiyamah. قُلْ يَا قَوْمِ اعْمَلُوا عَلَى مَكَانَتِكُمْ إِنِّي عَامِلٌ فَسَوْفَ تَعْلَمُونَ مَنْ تَكُونُ لَهُ عَاقِبَةُ الدَّارِ إِنَّهُ لَا يُفْلِحُ الظَّالِمُونَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is advising our beloved Prophet that you should keep doing your good work and your best amal, and tell these mushrikeen and kuffar that you do whatever you want to do. Very soon you will know that who is on the right path and who will face the torment and the punishment. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never ever make the transgressors in a shape that they will be on success. وَجَعَلُوا لِلَّهِ مِمَّا زَرَعَ مِنَ الْحَرْثِ وَالْأَنْعَامِ نَصِيبًا فَقَالُوا هَذَا لِلَّهِ بِزَرْعِهِمْ وَهَذَا لِشُرَكَائِنَا فَمَا كَانَ لِشُرَكَائِهِمْ فَلَا يَصِلُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَمَا كَانَ لِلَّهِ فَهُوَ يَصِلُ إِلَى شُرَكَائِهِمْ سَاءَ مَا يَحْكُمُونَ. And this is the next now sort of topic that we pick up through this. The word An'am also has been named this surah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that these mushrikeen and these kuffar, what they do is whatever Allah has created, the animals, and as well as the cultivation, what they do is they put certain share for Allah's name and also certain share for their false gods. And they says that whatever share for Allah, they can take the share from it and give it to someone. And whatever the share of their false gods, nobody can take anything from it. And that cannot go towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this kind of false belief they propagate. To begin with, Allah is the one who is giving them all these blessings of fruits and cultivation and crops and all the animals, the farm animals. But their action is that they are giving part to Allah and part to their false gods. And this is what the shirk Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is highlighting. And Allah says, وَكَذَلِكَ زُيِّنَ لَكَثِيرٍ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ قَتْلَ أَوْلَادِهِمْ شُرَكَاؤُهُمْ لِيُرْدُوهُمْ وَلِيَلْبِسُوا عَلَيْهِمْ دِينَهُمْ وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ مَا فَعَلُوهُ فَذَرْهُمْ وَمَا يَفْتُرُونَ. So one highlight is that they associate and they give a portion in the crops and the cattle to their false god. So this is a sin. Number two, the jinnat and the shayateen has put that in their mind, this false belief that they should kill their children, especially the female child. And why? Because they believe that these crops and these animals, they don't have enough, and because of the poverty they cannot survive, so it's better just to bury them alive. And Allah is saying that these kind of actions Shaitan has showed them with vanity, so they don't even feel killing their own child. How like I should say hard rock hearts they have. And Allah says if Allah wanted, they would not have done that. And Allah is advising our beloved Prophet, whatever they are doing, just leave them at this point. وَقَالُوا هَذِهِ أَنْعَامٌ وَحَرْثٌ هِجْرٌ لَا يَطْعَمُهَا إِلَّا مَن نَّشَاءُ بِزَرْعِهِمْ وَأَنْعَامٌ حُرِّمَتْ ظُهُورِهَا وَأَنْعَامٌ لَا يَذْكُرُونَ اسْمَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهَا افْتِرَاءً عَلَيْهِ سَيَجْزِيهِمْ بِمَا كَانُوا يَفْتَرُونَ. And then they also, this propagation of false belief, that whatever the cattle they have given for the false god, no one can eat from it. Whatever they allow, then someone can eat from it. So it is they have the authority to say that this cattle is forbidden for this group of people and this cattle is forbidden for this group of people. And they also designate the cattle for the purpose of transportation, and says this cattle is not allowed for transportation. And they, when they slaughter these cattle, they don't take the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on them. And these are all their own guessing game and their own opinions and their own lies that they have propagated and become a part of deen. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that this is a big sin they are doing and Allah will gonna punish them. So any belief someone has causes them to do certain actions. So this is the point that you need to understand, that your belief has to be perfect. The belief that has given to you by Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, then your action will be on the right path. So belief is very important. وقالوا ما في بطون هذه الأنعام خالصة لذكورنا ومحرم على أزواجنا وإن يكن ميتة فهم فيه شركاء سيجزيهم وصفهم إنه حكيم عليم. And also they have this false idea that if a cattle they slaughter and the cattle has something in its womb, then only male can eat that the animal, whatever is in the animal womb is, and women cannot eat that. And if that cattle's baby or that offspring of the cattle is dead, then women can also eat from it. And this is again a false belief that they propagated, and Allah says that whatever they are propagating, Allah will gonna punish them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all knows everything, and He is Hakim. That means He just right now let them go what they are doing. قد خسر الذين قتلوا أولادهم صفحا بغير علم وحرموا ما رزقهم الله افتراء على الله قد ضلوا وما كانوا مهتدين. And Allah says that indeed there is no doubt about it that whosoever kill his child, then he has done a very, very big sin. And anyone who make the risk which Allah make halal, make haram, he has also done a very, very big sin. And Allah also saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who will give the risk to you as well as to your child. And you are the one who is now have this false propaganda and false belief among the masses. For that reason, people are following these false belief. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advising that these people are so strong in their false belief that whatever you present to them, they will not gonna come to the right path. Now after this highlightment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now showing what Allah is doing for them. وَهُوَ الَّذِي أَنْشَأَ جَنَّاتٍ مَعْرُوشَةٍ وَغَيْرَ مَعْرُوشَةٍ وَالنَّخْلِ وَالزَّرْعِ مُخْتَلِفٍ أُكُلُهَا وَالزَّيْتُونَ وَالرُّمَّانَ مُتَشَابِهٌ وَغَيْرَ مُتَشَابِهٍ كُلُوا مِنْ ثَمَرِهِ إِذَا أَثْمَرَ وَآتُوا حَقَّهُ يَوْمَ حِصَادِهِ وَلَا تُسْرِفُوا إِنَّهُ لَا يُحِبُّ الْمُسْرِفِينَ. And now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is showing His power, saying that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has created all these gardens. In those gardens you have the trees, and those gardens you have the sort of the trees that cannot stand on stalk, and you have to make some support to stand on it. And those are the gardens of dates, the gardens of zaitun and the pomegranate. And some of them are just look alike and some of them doesn't look alike. Some of them also taste the same and some of them does not taste the same. And Allah is saying that when these all these fruits is ripe and you take them off from the tree, you have to give a portion in the path of Allah. This is the haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And do not destroy or do not go beyond what Allah has ordained you, because Allah does not like people who transgress. So this is again Allah is advising them that all these cultivation that Allah has given you and all these cattle that Allah has given you, there is a true portion, that means there is zakat and ushur on it. that someone who, when at the time of cultivation, has to give on a yearly basis, and this is fard on you. وَمِنَ الْأَنْعَامِ حُمُولَةٌ وَفَرْشًا كُلُوا مِمَّا رَزَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّهُ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. And Allah is saying that some of the cattle, they are high up, that you can put stuff on it and use for transportation. Some of them are down, so you cannot do anything for transportation except consume those cattle. So these are halal for you, so you should eat, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has make it halal for you. And do not follow the footsteps of shaitan, because shaitan is your open enemy. ثمانية أزواج من الظان اثنين ومن المعز اثنين قل الذكرين حرم أم الأنثيين أما اشتملت عليه الأرحام الأنثيين نبئوني بعلم إن كنتم صادقين. And now Allah is giving all the detail of the cattle. Allah says Allah has created 8 pairs, male and female, of sheep, 2 of them, the goats, 2 of them. And Allah is saying, you should, O my beloved messenger, ask them that did Allah make it haram, either the male or the female of these cattle, or whatever in their womb, is Allah make it haram? And if you truly are truthful, then bring us some evidence. You have no evidence. And then Allah again says, وَمِنَ الْإِبِلِ اثْنَيْنِ وَمِنَ الْبَقَرِ اثْنَيْنِ قُلْ الذَّكَرَيْنِ حَرَّمَ أُمِّ الْأُنثَيَيْنِ أَمَّا اشْتَمَلَتْ عَلَيْهِ أَرْحَامُ الْأُنثَيَيْنِ أَمْ كُنْتُمْ شُهَدَاءَ إِذَا وَصَّاكُمُ اللَّهُ بِهَذَا فَمَنْ أَظْلَمُ مِمَّنِ افْتَرَى عَلَى اللَّهِ كَذِبًا لِيُضِلَّ النَّاسَ بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الظَّالِمِينَ. And then Allah says Allah has created 2 camels, male and female, and 2 cows, male and female. And Allah again saying, O my beloved messenger, ask these people, that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that make it haram, either the male or the female or whatever in their wombs. And do you present at the time when Allah declared it haram? Any one of you can come and say that I was the witness that Allah make it haram and I was present at that time, or Allah has given the order at that time and he was there. So these are nothing but false accusation on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by these kuffars. These are their false beliefs that they get invented by themselves, and they are on complete misguidance. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not give guidance to the people who always transgress. So Allah says to our beloved Prophet that قُلْ أَجِدُ فِي مَا أُوحِيَ إِلَيَّ مُحَرَّمًا عَلَى طَعَامٍ يَطْعَمُهُ إِلَّا أَن يَكُونَ مَيْتَةً أَوْ دَمًا مَسْفُوحًا أَوْ لَحْمًا خِنْزِيرٍ فَإِنَّهُ رِجْسٌ أَوْ فِسْقٌ أُهِلَّ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ بِهِ فَمَنِ اسْتُرَّ غَيْرَ بَاغٍ وَلَا عَادٍ فَإِنَّ رَبَّكَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Now Allah is saying that this is what Allah make it haram. And this is what Rasulullah is telling you, that Allah has made haram, number 1, any animal who is dead. Number 2, the blood that is running. Number 3, the flesh of swine. Number 4, any animal which has been slaughtered other than name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah is so Ghafur Rahim, Allah is saying you can consume that only for 2 reasons. One is to survive, to make you for survival. And number 2 is that you should not eating it for fun, number 1, or pleasure. Number 2, you cannot eat these harams for full stomach. You only eat it to survive, and that's it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ghafurur Rahim. So we come across now that the power of making halal and haram belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And number 2, that no one can make any belief and propagate among the common people, so the people will be misguided. And this is commonly happens by people who are sort of religious leaders. So for anyone who is following, this is the responsibility of those people, that whatever belief they have, they keep checking that this is the same belief that our beloved Prophet Muhammad Rasulullah has taught us. Wa akhiru dawana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.